We are live. This is the market update. I am your host, dumbass. Today, we're going to sort out this total debacle. This is the worst thing I've seen since 1987 for sure. We'll figure out who's gotten liquidated, which is everybody. And all anybody probably wants to do at this point is call into work, eat macaroni and cheese, and take a 4-hour nap and just repeat that process. I don't know. Until this thing stops being idiotic. So we'll cover the news, which is surreal. They liquidated the entire system. I mean, ETH losing like what, 30, 40% of its value in like, I don't know, 12 hours. Please. We will discuss parallels between 1987. We will try to look at charts and sort this out. And yeah. Okay. So this is the market update. We will just figure it out as we go. Right. So Bob Marchant is here. Bags were packed. Yeah, it's terrible. I know. I'm sorry. Today's Tech Bites with the McAfee emoji. It's a good emoji for today. Art is at the airport, and he's like, what is this? Joe Mike is in the house. Bull Runner, TC Crypto, PWB, Routine Cheese buying the dip. Crypto Keeter, good morning. Stefan is here. 16% move in Bitcoin. Insane. Big Rich Huddle. Welcome to all our members. Thank you for supporting the channel. Let's get out of the red. Hello from Missouri. Crypto Chronic. Welcome. ZR97. Paul Roman. Andreas. Art. Renee. Holy Shmoly. God Almighty. Textbook bump and run in BC in Bitcoin. DC Precise. Crypto Crazy is here. Welcome to the show. Have a great day. Let's have a little coffee with something else in it to kill the pain. This market is so stupid. It's unbelievable. Wrong again. DeFi is bid. Well, of course DeFi is bid. It's the future of finance, and they just hoovered our capitulation. Julius Max, a new member. Welcome. Okay. Let's just start at the beginning. I don't know where else to start. Okay. So supposedly, Crypto Keeter, thank you, Crypto Crazy, thank you for the super chat. Is right. Okay. So they do the tariff thing while the stock market is closed because God forbid we upset the stock market. You know, the dollar goes up because, you know, like the peso and the Canadian dollar get hammered. But this was like known news. I mean, yeah, they said they might delay it, you know, okay. But the orange man was not playing around. And this was like known news. So let me get this straight. The price of maple syrup and avocados are going up dramatically. So let's sell Ethereum. What? Are you kidding me? So obviously what happens here is the market's caught off guard by this. And this was when I knew it was hosed. When Trump says, I don't have the tweet, but Trump goes, yeah, don't worry. This will be worth the pain. And that's when I was like, oh my God, they're going to sell everything. Because, you know, obviously, right? Crypto hedge funds are like, well, the equity market's going to open down limit. So we better get out of all of our crypto now. We better market sell everything because equities are probably going to zero and we can't hedge equities. So let's sell crypto. And this thing just gets totally destroyed. And the liquidations are way beyond what anybody's reporting. Okay. So I would like to welcome everybody to the 1987 crash, literally, because we'll go over that because there was a trade component to that move. But these characters, oh my God, if they're gonna do this to us, they should really take us out to dinner first. If you follow that like dating analogy, it's like, dude, you got to let us eat before you know, yeah. So let me get this straight. Trump's AI and crypto czar to unveil the digital asset plan tomorrow at 2:30. So let's go over what just happened. The orange man sells over the top of the entire market the night before the inauguration. And then the treasury, run by a couple of Soros guys, hoovers up literally the entire system's capitulation 2 days before they announce that they're buying everything. Is this the 80s? It literally is the 80s. Like Tudor Jones sells over the top, all the retail traders, and then he buys it all back 50% lower. It literally is the 80s. And then, of course, 1987 was very simply, everyone got long over 5 years. A trade number came out showing the Japanese we were buying way more from them than they were buying from us. I got it out of perplexity because I remember it. And it's the same thing. Because I was saying to myself 2 days ago, I was like, God, I wonder if this whole trade thing is like merchandise trade in 87. And I was like, nah, that's not going to happen again. Come on. They're going to buy all this stuff. What? And then they just, whatever. Man, these characters, they played us like a fiddle. They played us like a fiddle. Okay, so MicroStrategy is going to buy more, obviously. They kind of have to after Mike appears on the front cover of Forbes, and then it goes to zero. I mean, everyone's like, this doesn't mean anything. I'm like, yeah, it means you should rotate it to alts. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a great call. Nice. Okay, so the trade wars begin. It'll hit them harder than it'll hit us. We knew that. They've got to stop. They got to get control of the border and stop the illegal substances from coming in. And again, we knew this, right? Because neither country cared about what came into the United States. As for inflation, that's really a function of what Congress spends. There's nothing to do with avocados and maple syrup, for God's sakes. Okay, so again, the Mexican government was obviously long Ethereum because they're backtracking and going, well, please stop selling our bags. We'll put 10,000 troops on the border. I mean, what did you think they were going to do? The orange man's playing around. You got Panama kicking the Chinese out. Going, oh, we're sorry. We won't do this again. Yeah, you're right. You won't. It's like, the president of the United States is a guy who got his ear blown off. Like, do you think he's kidding about anything? I told you he wasn't. But apparently everyone thought he was. So let's sell Ethereum down to 2,100. What? It's like, okay, here's my guy, Jordy Visser. What's more important to stocks, economic productivity and earnings, or avocado and maple syrup versus AI agents or humanoid robots? They're laughing at us somewhere. This. Oh my God. Never talk to the media. We had a good run. Good call by this guy. 430,000 followers. It's sad. It's sad. Mike's a genius, and he'll probably never live this down. And it's not even his fault. Okay, so last week I was a DeepSeek expert. This is crypto Twitter. Now I'm a tariff expert. Oh my God, tariffs are here. Sell Web3. It's like some sort of cockamamie action in the present is a reason to sell the future. Here comes yeah, wait a minute. What am I doing? Yeah, here comes the Uncle Don's tweet that got it all started. you know, again, it will all be worth the price that must be paid at 8:02 a.m. on Friday the 2nd. Yeah, it's like, take the guy's phone away. Take his phone away. Okay. So Michael Saylor, everyone on Twitter is a genius. And stop the presses. Jamie Dimon, the broken clock, who's right twice a day, gets a shot at being right. He's like, yeah, the question about tariffs and inflation, national security is probably more important. I mean, if Jamie Dimon knows not to sell Ethereum down to 2100, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so Perplexity. There was a figure before the 1987 crash on October. You know, you probably can't see this. October 14th, there was a trade balance that was released. We were buying Toyotas from the Japanese, and they were buying nothing from us. And the stock market vaporized. So what's old is new again. And that was essentially 87. I mean, that made the August crash off the yen carry trade look like a Cub Scout picnic. You know, that was like down 20%, bounce, down 20%, trade like total garbage, open up Monday, trade like garbage, go down another 10%, and then the orange man comes out and says, just kidding. You know, and I don't know, you can't, like in 87, there was like a retest of the lows. But, you know, if the Soros guys got everyone leaning the wrong way, then that won't happen. That won't happen. So Beeple was like, I don't know, man. Beeple must have had like the inside track, man. He had big red candles as he had it on February 1st. I was like, yeah, bro, send this to the NVIDIA investors. How did these characters get off with like a 5% down move and our market went to zero? Explain that to me. Somebody explain that. I mean, you got to be kidding me. I mean, if you look at the liquidations that occurred in this market, I mean, this is what we really, really have to talk about, right? We have to talk about how many people just got liquidated from this market. Like, I'm showing something to the effect of like 8 to 10 billion. Like, look at this. Like, watch your gurus, like 1 billion liquidated from the crypto market. 2 hours later, they're like 2 billion liquidated from the crypto market. This is from the guy that runs Bybit, I think. Yeah, Bybit. And it's like, really, I'm afraid to tell you that it's 8 to 10 billion. They liquidated the entire system. And I know I got a tweet in here somewhere where some guy's saying that this was worse than FTX. You had a leveraged, complete liquidation. So here's the question. It's seriously, if everyone's liquidated and the orange man and the treasury come in and buy this thing for size, who's going to be the seller? Right? Everyone's out. Everyone's out. No one's long. No one's long. People are probably short and hedged because it looked like it was going to zero. The hedges are going to get squeezed out. Equities people are going to be like, yeah, this is a great buy, down 20%. Who's the seller? There's no seller. Like, do you realize that they could hose everybody on the way down and they could turn around and hose everybody on the way up? Like, at this point, it would almost be a blessing to get like a bounce down to the lows and just have it trade terrible. Because that way you could just like, you know, buy it and then have it go up eventually. Now there's risk that they come out with some wild stuff and it goes straight up. I don't know. I don't even know how to do the market update. God forbid they come out with some half-assed, weak nonsense and this market, you know, everyone FOMOs in and then has to get out again. I don't even want to think about that. But they got everyone out. Like everyone. Like orange man sells the top, treasury buys the bottom. Welcome to the 80s. That's the market update. That literally is the market update. Yeah. Okay. So capo of crypto. Close my hedges. I'm now fully long. Hope you didn't sell. Nice. Fear greed is now at 44. And if this thing had gone down today, it would have been at 24. Because this morning it looked like it was going to 0. Like it was like no bounce, ETH down 10%, 11%. Looked like it was just going to go to 0. Fear greed's at 44. They're announcing the strategic reserve tomorrow, and fear greed's at 44. Now, this is how you know that the White House is being advised by ex-Soros hedge fund guys. I mean, they should get a standing ovation for this. You know, as every leverage trader literally just dropped the soap, boom, and then they buy everything. I mean, I'm looking at this last night and I'm like, and it's like, you got to be kidding. My screen must be broken. Listen to this rage. Hope none of you listen to KOL's mermaid voices shilling you their bags, screaming alt season and all that. Your dear scammer U.S. president stole it and made a few billions in the process. Aside from Bitcoin, Solana, and hype, and very few alts, the whole market got whacked. So true, right? I mean, it's like we're all like, oh my God, altcoins, and then see it. I mean, you know, the only thing that saved me is that the Eagle King ate some bad Mexican food and we were off the air for a week. That's the only thing that saved me. Because I was like, oh God, look at this. This is awesome. Yeah. Thank God I didn't have anything to say. Thank God. It's like, you know, can you imagine bull posting this thing right up until it just went to 0? Here's the total liquidation thing. So it's worse than COVID, worse than FTX. That's with 2 billion liquidated. And it was actually 8 billion. There's no one left in crypto. It's like Mad Max. It's like the whole world is destroyed. And the only person left is Mad Max and his road car with the big tires. There's no one left on the planet. That's literally what it is. There's no one left. No one. Are you kidding? 188 billion was wiped out. That was at 6:03 yesterday. And they whacked it again. So it's like they took total crypto market cap and just, it was like a markdown in a department store. Someone just walked down the aisle with like a red marker. Again, like the 80s. Just like, yeah, we'll just do 25% off on this. We don't have to scan it with the computer. We just mark it with a marker. I mean, XRP from $3 to $1.80. I mean, supposedly I saw something that, you know, like somebody unleashed 1 billion in supply. I don't know if that's Ripple or somebody sold that. You know, I don't even know. But obviously everybody was long because it's made in America cryptos, and then it vaporizes. And the Treasury buys everyone's capitulation. It's like, yeah, just get rid of the income tax. We'll get rid of the income tax, but we'll just liquidate you instead. What? So this is Watcher Guru. 5 p.m., 1 billion liquidated. 9 p.m., 2 billion liquidated. What's 1 billion between friends? 2.3 billion. No, dude, it's actually 8 to 10 billion. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right? Oh my God, look at this. North Korea got liquidated. They liquidated North Korea on Hyperliquid. I mean, seriously, there's no one left. There's no one left. Except I don't know, whoever owns Spot. There's no one left. It's Mad Max. Okay, so MicroStrategy did not announce they were buying Bitcoin this morning up until whatever came out. So Mike is like, you know, the thing that's unbelievable about this is that, you know, we got to bring the McAfee AI agent back because Saylor can't say anything anymore because of that magazine cover. Like, what's Michael Saylor going to do? Going, yeah, man, we love Bitcoin. And he's going to hold up the cover of Forbes. Don't do the media. The media. Oh, my God. The media. Coinbase receives regulatory approval to launch services in the United Kingdom. Well, bro, you got that just in time. So you can lure in more people to buy PopCat before it goes down 95%. DeepSeek tariffs. Amazing. Institutional adoption. There's nothing like institutional adoption when they hoovered up all your crypto. Like, I literally, all of it. 8 to 10 billion. I don't know. Can someone, can you bring back the restaking narrative? Ethereum. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what to say about these guys. Like, first I was like, yeah, Vitalik's got to go. And then I was like, well, it's bullish that they think Vitalik's got to go. And then they sell it down to 2,100 when there's stuff on ETH that I actually want to own, like Lush. There is stuff that trades on ETH that I might want to own. This is the whole reason why I bought ETH. And I thought I was a genius for getting it at 2,900. I was a genius. Spot Bitcoin ETF, 5 billion in inflows in January, right before everyone gets rugged. Just completely rugged. Hopefully the equity market people are smart enough to rotate out of NVIDIA and don't heave the Bitcoin ETF. The one thing about this market that does scare me is that Bitcoin held up way too well. And if there's people in legacy, they should rotate out of Web 2 and into Bitcoin. But if they don't, Bitcoin's going to get smacked. That's just me. Right. But again, people in equities are going to be like, oh, wow, look at these imbeciles. You know, we got to get out of stocks. And then they mark down the thing we got to get into 40% over a weekend. And the government's going to buy it on top of it. Wow, this is so good. It worked out so good for equity market investors, right? We sell our sludge down 3%. We hoover up the crypto capitulation down 30%. And then the government buys it. It's like, guys, what? Is this happening? What's next after the Trump tariff-fueled price plunge? I don't know, man. Melania gets levered long on Bybit and buys everything. Melania and Barron start up the Washington, D.C. crypto club. Have a crypto meetup where you can come and, you know, get a free bowl of soup because you're liquidated as you drive to McDonald's. What? MicroStrategy ends weekly Bitcoin buying streak. They scared Michael Saylor out of the water. That and the Forbes cover. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I mean, seriously, the guy, we don't have an influencer now. It might as well be me. Right. It's like, that's, you know, that's if I can get out of bed. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's ridiculous. El Salvador passes Bitcoin, limiting bill. Buchel buys more. I don't know. It's like, please stop buying Bitcoin. I don't know what to say about that. Trump Solana token falls after president's pump post while Bitcoin and Doge dip. I love Trump, says the president. I didn't even see that. Oh my God. Seriously. The Orange Man, he has a crypto ball. He launches a meme coin. They're not involved. They all have to get, they have to run out of the ball, go home, FOMO in. The president of the United States is like, oh, you need some? Boop, 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 boop. Everyone filled. See ya. Maple syrup, 50% markup. Thank you for shopping at the Trump crypto hedge fund. It's like evil genius. Crypto ETF floodgates will open. Yeah, of course they'll open. Because people in equities are like, oh my God, will you look at these people? The government's going to buy it, and they sold it down 30% because of avocados. Again, people must be looking at this and are like, you know, like I said, North Korea is liquidated. It's unbelievable that North Korea was levered. I mean, that was the sell signal. It's not Michael Saylor. It's that North Korea was levered long. God, if I had known that, I would have been selling. I don't know. Trade war. Oh my God. Whatever. Trade war. You know, Trump's going to shut the United States, the only economy on the planet that's growing. Trump's going to shut the market off to outsiders. That's a trade war? No, that's not a trade war. That's just a bully taking your lunch money on the way to school. It's like, you're going to pay the freight and give me your lunch money, or you're going to have to find a new route to go to school or change schools. That's it. Whatever we're doing, we're not doing it anymore. It's not a trade war. What are they going to do? You're not selling your goods over here. That's it. That's not a war. That's just me telling you how it's going to be. You know, I'm taking your lunch money. That's all. This is how it's going to be. And we sold crypto off this. Really? Really? The guy who's going to do the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve stands up and says the primary job of government is to protect the people, which is exactly what we want. And we sold crypto on this. Crypto liquidations top 2 billion. No, bro. It's 2 times 5. NASDAQ plunges 2.7%. Oh my God. What are we going to do with NASDAQ down 2.7%? You know, get the sharp objects out of the kitchen, close the third floor windows. Watch out. NASDAQ's down 2%. So painful and stupid. Social Security numbers are a privacy liability. No duh, man. Your whole life is on a piece of cardboard or a piece of plastic, right? Your driver's license, your Social Security card, your passport. You lose these things, you don't exist. Put it on the blockchain. Get some privacy. You know, let's get John McAfee going. You know, it's like ironic. You know, Ainti had already done its way up, way down move, but the only thing that didn't go to zero last night was my McAfee meme coin, if you can believe it, or my McAfee privacy services coin, however you want to say it. Bitcoin dominance nears 4-year high as everyone in crypto simultaneously gives up on Web3 because of maple syrup and avocados. Literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Asian crypto stocks plunge. Crypto market, 10 billion. Why is the Bitcoin price down today? I don't know. I don't know. Here's what happened in crypto. You don't know. Bitcoin falls below 100K because Donald Trump imposes tariffs, because I don't know what else to write about it. Ethereum trader earned $16 million shorting it. Oh, okay. Well, that's good for him. You know, short sellers had an absolute field day, right? Just a true testimony to the fact that the market takes the stairs up and the elevator down. I mean, these guys who are short, you know, wow, hats off to them, right? 95K bear trap. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. It's like everyone's talking about like 81 and 75 for Bitcoin. You know, you got to take that Head and Shoulders seriously, because the Head and Shoulders in ETH worked. Crypto stocks down pre-open. A sea of red. Your day ahead. Yeah, calling in work. Done. THORChain problems. That was actually the first warning, was THORChain. Coinbase secures spot in the UK. Good for you. Okay. Ether volatility explodes as it goes to zero because of maple syrup. Okay, let's try to look at some charts. Okay, so everyone's interested in Ski Dog. They just liquidate everybody, right? They were liquidating everybody for like 2 weeks, and then they just do the final blowout, and then they take it back. It's simple as that. It's the 80s. Just like let's get most people out, and then let's get everyone out. Like, I mean, everyone. It's like a fire drill. Everyone has to evacuate the building. Nobody is left in the building except maybe the fire department. Everyone else out. And the only one who's in is the Treasury Secretary. That's it. U.S. Treasury has got everyone's crypto, and everyone's standing outside in the rain going, gee, was that a real fire drill, or did we just get hosed? You just got hosed. Okay, Fartcoin. So this is just a classic example of, potentially a meme coin that might actually be worth something. Just because it's funny and it's AI based. They stop everyone out at the 62% retracement. They take it down to the 78% retracement. Everyone sells, and then the trading community buys. And, there was nothing left to do with this because they unwound like the whole rally. This is the way it is in meme coins. Like, the meme coins that were garbage went down because they were garbage, and they got listed on exchanges, and they dumped them on the top of their head. This was probably not one of them. This didn't go down all the way down, like, the Popcats and the whiffs and all that stuff that just got listed and then just got wiped out. But, some of this stuff, this AI agent stuff, was clearly a buy, right? Clearly. There were all of these narratives in crypto. My partner, Toby Ward, is like blowing up my Telegram. Like, oh my God, all these coins are a buy. I'm like, yeah. If we can get in our Mad Max car and find anyone who's left on the planet. Yeah. But this stuff is clearly you bid for this stuff down here, right? I mean, this is Lush, right? AI agent manufacturer, going to eventually do humans. 4 million market cap. Unwinds the whole rally. It's like, it's almost like nothing after the election ever happened. It's like start over from zero. Start over from zero. Somebody was having me look at AIXBT this morning. They just unwound the whole thing. It came back down. Really, the whole market looks like this. I mean, we can go over everything one by one because, market's probably higher now because the Treasury's done buying, but, it went back to where the whole rally started. Like, everyone in, everyone out. That's it. Everyone in, everyone out. Okay. Virtual. Yeah, this is incredible, right? I mean, no one wanted it at zero. At $5 billion market cap, it was a screaming buy. And no one wanted it at 2 billion. It went down to like 1.5 billion, hits the 78% retracement, which I guess is like a new thing. I'm a 76% guy, but it goes down here and then they bounce it. And this would be a great buy if anyone's got any money left, right? Is it like they literally took away the entire rally? Like, this is Thanksgiving in virtuals down here at 1.5 billion. Oh, that's crazy banana pants. Crazy. Okay, so yeah, we should probably talk about XRP. Okay. So let's talk about XRP. Because this was, this is. Okay, back to XRP. Yeah. Okay. So let's start with Fibonacci. Yeah, I mean, they couldn't quite get to the 62% retracement, but it's very clear looking at the D wave, right? That, you know, yeah, it hit the 62% or got close to 62% retracement and then bounced. So they essentially wiped out everybody who bought it in December. They just wiped all these people out. And I think if you look at like the 4-hour chart on this, it doesn't really tell you much. Like there's no, I mean, this Elliott wave work from DeMark is good for a bottom, but you really didn't get any signals on XRP either way. Like the short-term chart, there was like no signal. And then if you come over here, you know, and then you look at XRP, I don't know, maybe we can look at an XRP perpetual contract. It's like it got to its equilibrium zone on the daily chart, you know, so I have no idea why anybody was selling XRP there. And then if you look at the tactical chart, like the 4-hour chart, you know, you didn't get every buy signal you would have wanted, but clearly momentum slowed. There's resistance at 270. And I guess this is now a function of whatever the government does tomorrow. Again, XRP really didn't have any interest in going to the 200-day moving average. Right? You can pull up SUI. You know, we're really just going to have to go through this like chart by chart, right? So SUI on a daily chart, you know, you get heavy liquidation. It goes to equilibrium. It goes below the 200-day moving average again, stopping everybody out. Everybody. It's like DeMark. This is the 4-hour chart of SUI, right? You have a 5-wave bottom, total give up trade, right? Everyone just packs it in. This really wasn't trading well before this event. You know, you have every LuxAlgo buy signal imaginable. You had total capitulation in this at the end of January. Yeah, there's resistance at 367. So I guess that has to get taken out. But like this was at its discount zone on a 4-hour chart, which is, you know, it's like you haven't seen SUI at a discount zone on a 4-hour chart. I can't remember when you've seen it. When was the last time you saw that? And everybody is getting out, right? You know, MicroStrategy. Okay, yeah. So huge down open. And then it comes right back because they're all shorted. They're all short this, right? Every time it goes down, they all run the cover. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand what the problem is. Like they're long Nvidia, short crypto, and crypto goes down 40%. I'm sure all these crypto stocks, like once stocks get done doing whatever it is stocks are going to do, I mean, stocks are done. It's just a question of when, right? It's just a question of when. Okay. You know, the great Santini says SUI has a lot of unlocks coming. You know, the coin that, you know, we wanted to get after at Unhinged Crypto was Ondo. I don't even know what it is. I'm just going to, I'm going to do everybody's coin today. Don't worry about it. We're just going to do people's coins. Because, I mean, what else is there to do? Cry? All right. We're just going to straighten everybody out. Okay. So, look at this thing. Can you believe this? So, yeah, Ondo goes down to 90 cents, gets to its discount zone. The bottom was actually, what, yesterday, according to this. And then you go to the daily chart. I mean, it takes out the 200-day moving average. It takes out the bottom of this accumulation cone. It takes out everything. Like there was no one left. And BlackRock was like, oh, how nice. And they were capitulating from this unlock all during January. Can't say that word on the air, but okay. Yeah. So it's a nice hammer candlestick. And, you know, if this holds, you know, the tokenization of everything. Now, Rune, which was actually where the warning sign on this started. This is very disappointing that this just got killed, but I don't know, man. It got killed down to its discount zone and everyone liquidated. I don't have the ultimate bottom signal in this yet, but I don't know, man. It's just a shame what happened with this, right? They had some kind of problem at the protocol level. And if there's no problem at the protocol level, then it's probably a great buy at $1, but you don't know. You don't know. But, you know, how do you get bearish something like this at $1? You don't. You don't. You know, XCN. Yeah, I mean, this is one of these things where, you know, it gets to equilibrium and then comes straight back. Right? Like all of these like mega coins, you know, it's just a simple A, B, C correction, comes back to equilibrium and turns around and goes back up again. That's all. I mean, in some of these things, it was just a levered flush out. Like OM is about to make a new high. Can you believe this? Like BlackRock is in borrowing against treasuries to hoover up everyone's capitulation. It's that simple. I mean, they figured out how to recreate 87 somehow by liquidating everyone, including North Korea. You got to seriously think about that. I mean, everybody was liquidated. Everybody. Okay. SWFTC. Okay, SWFTC perpetuals. Okay, so, you know, you had a lot of buying in this. It comes off the premium zone back down to equilibrium, and that's probably it. Like these mega coins that were smoking. Paul Roman with the super chat says, keep the faith. I appreciate that, sir. Yeah, it's in the middle of a range. It's fine, right? It's fine. The only reason this market is not fine is if whatever announcement they have tomorrow is lame. Alchemy Pay. Again, all these coins that went to the moon, they all came back to equilibrium. That's just what they did, and ran the stops at the same time. Like it's I don't even, you know, with 8 to 10 billion in liquidations, it's obvious that they ran the stops, right? Right. So it's like just find the 62% retracement, and then you can just find the treasury liquidating everybody. Or Bybit, or some over-the-counter desk, or BlackRock, or all the above. It's like, okay, maple syrup, avocados, okay, everybody out. 10 billion. Poof. And the thing is, if these guys come out tomorrow and blow the doors off, no one's long. No one has a position. I don't even know if anybody has any money left. Seriously. I mean, you liquidate 10 billion, you know, like everyone's got to now like pile back in. Like, how do you get your head wrapped around this? I mean, Michael Saylor's too scared to buy. I mean, think about this. Like, if you want to be positive, think about how high this could go if Michael Saylor is too chicken to buy. Too chicken to buy. Michael Saylor thinks he's going to buy it lower, and then it goes to 120. Seriously. Like, I don't know if there's a limit as to how twisted this can be. Okay, so Arrow did not get to its discount zone, but Arrow looked like Arrow was breaking a trend line and looked like it was going to the moon. The only person who didn't like Arrow was Toby Ward. She was like, yeah, I'm not really into it. I should have sold everything right there. Like, well, if you don't like Arrow, we don't like anything. I didn't get it. Okay, Rune we did. Rune has got a lot of support down at $1. I was looking for a cross-chain play. That's obviously not it. Yeah, I mean, Arrow got down to its discount zone with every buy signal you could ever possibly imagine. I can't believe they could take lower. I can't believe they can take this lower. How are they going to take it lower? They just liquidated everybody. You know, I mean, I know all these things are at resistance, so, you know, you can't get crazy, but, you know, I'll put Rune up on DeMark because I didn't do that. Okay, so this is Rune on Kraken. There's really no sign of a bottom on the daily chart. A lot of coins are like that. You know, with Rune, you had the 13 and the 9 bottom on the 4-hour chart. I think the 4-hour chart is like the way to go, right? Because the daily charts, I don't know, the structures are kind of messed up because of how abrupt this is. The 4-hour chart seems like it's reasonable, you know, so I can't really come up with a reason to be negative on Rune at this point, right? Okay, Dasha. Yeah, okay. It's at its discount zone and it's completely washed out. On a 4-hour chart, it's just destroyed. I don't necessarily know what this is, but it's just been annihilated and it's in the middle of its discount zone. So unless this is a dog coin, I mean, it's like being negative here doesn't make any sense at all, whatever it is. Kolin. Yeah, it's yeah, Kolin. Yeah. Yeah, my colon hurts after last night. Okay. This is on Solana, 4-hour chart, discount zone. No big capitulation. No, didn't get the ultimate, but again, selling anything in its discount zone doesn't seem to make much sense to me. It doesn't. You know, we can go to Trump. You know, Trump now looks like Melania, probably. You know, the general public is not selling. General public is probably completely scared out of crypto after seeing this, but you know, again, 78% retracement on the 4-hour chart, right? So, you know, they dropped everybody. It couldn't hold 30. 30 was the key level, so they took it down to 20, to 18. It's probably a buy, especially if they do the strategic reserve, right? So, you know, Trump sells up here, and then World Liberty probably buys it back down here. It's that simple. Oh, Aintivirus. Oh, God, I love this thing. I absolutely love this thing. Yeah, again, 76% retracement. Is a lot of organic action off the lows. You know, you have it trading in a range around $7 million market cap. Look, here's the deal with this. McAfee was a legend beyond, he was a legend beyond what you even know. He's an absolute legend. And they have him as this like party boy, wild man, but actually, you know, he loved his wife and, you know, he did a lot of charity stuff and he was wild, but I don't think he was a bad guy at all. And he wrote the Declaration of Cryptocurrency Independence. And guess what? Michael Saylor on the front cover of Forbes He won't be doing any more television appearances for a while. So there are no crypto influencers that anyone's going to listen to other than the AI agent of McAfee. All we're doing is waiting for Twitter to confirm that a dead guy can tweet and the agent just takes off. Eventually it's podcasting, it's talking, DeepSeek, open source AI is going to get better every 60 days. So holographic McAfee is going to happen as a meme. 2, you're going to use this to buy privacy services. This thing's going to onboard people into privacy. The project's motivated. His widow is motivated. His widow's got more good McAfee stories than you've ever heard in your whole life. Trust me. Trust me. And he loved her, and she loved him, and he's coming back. So they want to sell this monkey market. They can go sell this monkey market. I'm with John McAfee. John McAfee's coming back, right? All I got to do is find a social media program for the thing to talk on. That's it. That's it. I own it. My name is Buck, and I don't give up. I'm bullish on this coin. That's it. That's it. They want to sell in my face. They can sell in my face. We'll just hoover it all up from them. Thank you very much. That's my attitude. Theta. This market is stupid, and I got macaroni and cheese calling my name. It's so idiotic. $10 billion liquidated. Who is left? Who's left to sell? Nobody. Nobody. World Liberty Financial, BlackRock, and the Treasury come in and start buying this. I don't know, Theta, they just wiped out the whole election rally. The whole thing. Like the dip after the election was $1.25. It's like a do-over in street basketball. It's like I said, it's the 80s. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or the 90s. Like Wall Street sells the top, buys the bottom. You watch a Mad Max movie, and then you put on your Jordans and you go out and play basketball where you have a do-over. Oh, I didn't like that play. Do-over. And then you go to like the 4-hour chart, and I know it's going to be at the discount zone. Yeah, it's going to be at the discount zone. You have every buy signal in the whole world. Downside momentum should have stopped around 5 p.m. It didn't. It just puked. What's left to do? Nothing. Not sell. I mean, unless you're doing tax loss or you're going to like dollar cost average into something like Solana or Ethereum so you can go on all these DEXs and just get after Web3. I mean, we didn't even cover this. Look at this. I mean, this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Total 3, right? Web3. Okay, there was resistance at 1 trillion. I knew that. And then what did they do? They took Web3 below the 200-day moving average and below the equilibrium zone. And remember, this does not include ETH. This includes XRP, but not ETH in this calculation. Oh, shit. What did I do? Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. Okay. So let me not hit the wrong keys. I can't believe it's just happened. I mean, it's just, I didn't look at the 4-hour chart on this. Every buy signal in the world in Web3. Share screen. Duh. Okay. Total 3. Signal. It's back to equilibrium. Look at this daily chart. And wait till I show you total 2, which includes ETH. I mean, wait through the 200-day moving average. That's crazy. Now, the good news is they got enough juice to take out 1 trillion. Because I have no idea why people are paying for all this sludge in equities. I mean, equities is just total garbage. I mean, the Orange Man has told you, I really don't care about what goes on in equities. Now, he said that. He was talking about equities, but everyone thought he was talking about crypto. He's like, well, they're not going to do the strategic reserve or blah, 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 blah. Whatever they read into it. It's equities he doesn't care about. Okay, Nova. Yeah. So again, all this AI agent stuff basically did 100% retracements or went down 90%. So this is like, yeah, Toby was talking about. This is like the cycle within the cycle, right? Everything goes up, everything goes down 90%, and it doesn't happen in 4 years. It happens in 4 weeks, right? What was this? January 4th, February 2nd. Up, down 80%. Just kidding about being bullish. Nothing has changed. The only thing that's changed is price. Everyone got sucked in and everyone got dropped. Again, welcome to the 80s. Pull retail in and then rug it. And then stand down there and take it all. Now, is that, not in this coin. But, again, it's whatever this is, it's got a 5 million market cap now. It's like start over. Just start over. Except everyone is like all messed up now. Okay, Solana. So believe it or not, Solana actually looks really good. Solana is, I might actually get out of bed later on today just because of Solana, right? So Solana on a daily chart is a 9 bottom. That's actually beautiful. If you think about it, it's beautiful. Solana wasn't really performing that well before this whole mess. And that's lovely. That's lovely. That looks great. And this looks great too. This is the 90-minute chart of Solana. So you have a 13 bottom. And then, of course, you have to check everyone. You got to snap that rubber glove on and check everybody. Little urology visit there. Pop it below the blow-off bottom point. And then, boom, take it the other way. Lovely. Look at this. This is totally unbelievable. This is ETH versus Bitcoin. Look at this. 13 bottom on a calamitous, huge calamity candle. I mean, seriously, if that wasn't a blow-off, it was a blow-off bottom in ETH. Now, of course, it has to ETH has to continually outperform Bitcoin, but I was sort of convinced Bitcoin was going to underperform. I was pro ETH a week ago. Now I'm really pro ETH with this candle anyway. God, like who is doing this? Doge. This is another high cap thing that got absolutely wrecked. Okay. Well, obviously, other than the obvious like reversal candle, maybe it was like just a simple ABC correction. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know that I have anything. This was just so wacky. It happened so fast. But again, if you look at a short-term chart of Doge, this is supposed to be the bottom. And I don't know what this is. This is everyone out on Bybit. It's like way below the blow-off bottom level, and then it kind of recovers. Some of these daily structures, they may take time to just, develop a bullish structure on a daily chart, but some of this tactical stuff is fine. Again, we're waiting for these, now the whole thing hangs in the balance. Like if this thing sucks tomorrow, we're going to have a whole different story. I don't think it's going to, because I think they just got everybody out. Like Grant says, ETH 7,000 in 3 months. Yeah, sure. Because everyone's out. Everyone's out. Everybody into the pool, toaster. Everyone out of the pool, strategic reserve. Okay. Zen, daily chart. Not a lot going on there. I don't know. Looks constructive to me. There's stuff that was up. Okay, so this is the daily chart. It's probably more accurate than DeMark. Okay, so again, you unwound everything since Christmas on the daily chart, but if you go to the 4-hour chart, I can't look at this. They gave up massively in January, And then they did a give up trade. They took out all the support. They went to the discount zone. You have every reversal signal imaginable. I have absolutely no idea why anybody would get negative at this point. None. None. Because this is just like the stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's like they went into a war room and Trump was like, yeah, you know, here at the discount zone, this is where I want to buy it. So let's smack everybody with the maple syrup trade so the Treasury can buy everyone's capitulation. It's like, dude, what? It's like you're a bunch of like people lost their minds. Like everybody, I was making fun of this mentality. Like everybody really did think that the cycle was over. And we keep telling people that the cycle is not over, that there is no cycle. They go up, they retrace 62%. They go up, they retrace 62%. This is what it is. Now, of course, I didn't think it was 62% in one night, but it's not entirely surprising. It is and it isn't. So on the 4-hour chart, you have a render 5-wave move down, right? Nice looking bottom, right into the discount zone, back above support. You know, you have a giant doji again on the discount zone on a daily chart. Everyone's selling AI infrastructure. It's like DeepSeek comes out, everyone panics, everyone sells. What are you doing? Wait, we're not going to have decentralized AI? Are you kidding me? The valuations of this Web 2 sludge. We got hammered instead of the Web 2 sludge. That's what happened. Like we were the whipping boy, right? Stocks are the ones that needed the rubber glove exam, and instead we got one. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But, you know, again, we have to live with it, and now we're at the mercy of the government, and I forgot to do total. So here's total crypto market cap hitting the 200-day moving average to the dot and coming straight back. It's like literally, it's like, you know, this show is brought to you by Soros, where we get you out so we can get in. We sell at the top so you can puke at the bottom. Click here for a 10% off discount code for therapy. Look at this. Total 2. Oh my God. This is total crypto market cap without Bitcoin, right? So it's ETH and friends. I mean, yes, there's now resistance up top, but look what they did. I mean, how, can they get this any farther below the 200-day moving average? Are there any stops left? Anybody? Bueller? Nobody. Discount zone. LuxAlgo reversal signals. Heavy capitulation, selling. Sorry, I can't say that. Whatever. Yeah. It's like, okay, let's find a support point and let's ram it below the support point. XCN, we did. I can try to do XCN on DeMark, see if it comes up. Yeah, I mean, this looks fine. I mean, this looks like a simple retracement of whatever this is. And they run the stops below the support point. They ran the stops. They ran the stops. They ran the stops. They really ran the stops. They just got the stops. That's all. Okay, Gala. Okay, you know, Toby's looking for onboarding in gaming, and we just can't find anything. Everything is not what it is. This is a 90-minute chart of Gala. Nothing really good here. Nothing really good on the daily. 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, 6 hour, 7 hour, 8 hour, 9 hour, 10 hour, 11 hour, 12 hour, 13 hour, 14 hour, 15 hour, 16 hour, 17 hour, 18 hour, 19 hour, 20 hour, 21 hour, 22 hour, 23 hour, 24 hour, 25 hour, 26 hour, 27 hour, 28 hour, 29 hour, 30 hour, 31 hour, 32 hour, 33 hour, 34 hour, 35 hour, 36 hour, 37 hour, 38 hour, 39 hour, 40 hour, 41 hour, 42 hour, 43 hour, 44 hour, 45 hour, 46 hour, 47 hour, 48 hour, 49 hour, 50 hour, 51 hour, 52 hour, 53 hour, 54 hour, 55 hour, 56 hour, 57 hour, 58 hour, 59 hour, 60 hour, 61 hour, 62 hour, 63 hour, and nothing really good on the 4-hour chart. So I'm sure over here it's, you know, got to some kind of discount zone. Yeah. So, I mean, on the 4-hour chart, there's no reason to sell, but it hasn't recovered yet. So, you know, this is the only thing I've looked at today where I'm kind of like, you know, everything has more work to do. Don't get me wrong. But, you know, you just have to make sure that you're long the right stuff, right? I'm wrecked in Moonwell. Yeah, I mean, Moonwell retraced everything. And with this DeMark work, if Moonwell recovers, that could be really bullish. I mean, you had a 13 bottom, you had a 9 bottom. That should have been it. And of course, they have to stop everybody out, take it down to support. And if you look at this, you know, again, the 4-hour chart, everybody, you know, like the good bottom signals, the reversal signal, and all this stuff that was getting hammered. I mean, it's at the discount zone on the daily chart. I don't know. It's like I can't, you know, I mean, it's unwound everything since the election or even before that. They just got everybody out. I mean, I understand. You're like, you're long this at some point and then you're just wrecked, right? I mean, on the election and the inauguration, if you had said, I'm not buying this market, I'm going to wait for it to crash, and I'm going to come in and buy everything the first week of February, people would have said, you're out of your mind. You know, you got to be long the American-made cryptos. They're coming out with the strategic reserve. They have to bull post it. The deep seek thing means they have to be bullish. And all that's true. I mean, you know, you're going to have a deep seek moment every 90 minutes, and you don't know if America is going to be on the right side of that. So Toby Ward was telling me the other day, you know, we did 2 member streams. She was like, look, you got to think about the future. I don't know. She didn't say it's going to be a crash, but she said, if you get myopic and you don't think about the next 3 to 5 years, you're not going to get the point. You know, Web3 is where it's at. It hasn't even started yet. You know, small caps are the way to go. You just got to find out location to buy it. So we were doing member streams. You know, thank God I wasn't doing like, you know, super bullish, crazy nonsense. But, you know, if you don't know what to do, I mean, you know, the podcast that we did while, you know, Eagle King was recovering, you know, it's just, you know, it's really good stuff. Right. And there are a lot of coins in there. Like we set up a portfolio. You know, we set up stuff. We're like, yeah, you know what? Let's keep it simple. It's like set this up with like 8 coins. And then we'll give people a list of like highly speculative stuff, which probably melted down to sludge. But again, you know, new layer ones, you know, Web3 is getting built. It's getting built because Web2 is stupid. Legacy is stupid. Fiat is stupid. It's stupid. And we sold the future. We sold the future because of maple syrup and avocados. So feel free to jump into member group. Patreon, I told them on Saturday to not quit the market. You know, I don't know. Maybe I knew, but I didn't know. It was like, listen, don't lose it. And of course, it goes down 40% in everyone's face. LuxAlgo, indispensable. You can get that for Trading View. And then I have like the 5-wave Elliott wave thing where you can type in 10 tickers and see if there's any bottoms. And of course, if you have any money left that you're not putting into the market, you can go to Bitcoin in Las Vegas in May and discuss what a joke it is that they liquidated the entire market on maple syrup and avocados. So that was your update on the biggest bunch of ever, like seriously, ever in the history of markets. Like this was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I mean, 87 was like 5 years of FOMO getting purged. And that was 25% in one day. I mean, Ethereum was 25% in 5 minutes. And that was after it was already down 25%. So we just did, oh, okay, let's 50%. Boom. I mean, 87 at least took like multiple days. This took like 20 minutes. Like, I have no idea how people got that levered. Like, well, people were really this levered? I mean, I guess so. I mean, North Korea was levered long. North Korea's like, yeah, man, those made in America cryptos, man. Let's get 10x levered long that. Orange Man's going to pump it, pump it, pump it. I mean, I don't blame them. I mean, I was thinking the same thing. But everyone's out now. If North Korea's out, everyone's out. If Michael Saylor can't come on the tape, everyone's out. The only crypto influencer is McAfee, and he's dead. And they have to bring him back. So somebody can come out and bull post crypto and read the Declaration of Cryptocurrency Independence, where we can get away from all this legacy nonsense. We need Web3. We need it now more than ever. That's crazy. They just pulled our chain. And now everyone probably thinks the cycle's over. So let's just go over this. The cycle is not over. You experienced a cycle within a cycle. Toby told you to stay away from dog coins. And, you know, everyone was like, I can't control myself. And I even looked at it and was like, this is not helping us. But they all went to zero. So, you know, they all went down 90% and took Web3 with it and ETH and all this other stuff. And now everything, because the dog coins went to zero, everybody thinks it's over for the market. And that's just not true. It's absolutely not true. And the Orange Man comes in tomorrow with a massive announcement. And this Soros guy who scares me. Oh, this guy just, I mean, I knew this guy knew how to get everybody leaning one way and then come in with the big surprise. I had no idea he was going to engineer an 87 repeat over avocados. I mean, that's not genius. That's like evil genius, right? With Bybit looking like Mad Max with no one standing. I thank God I'm not levered. Thank God I don't do this. I just kind of like do spot. You know, we have our unhinged crypto portfolio that we just sort of like hodl, and then we come up with some like new high tech stuff. You know, we're always into like the tech and the layer ones, and Toby loves all that. She read metaverse books. So I mean, you got to come check all that out. I mean, you know, it's like my inbox this morning is like, Toby's like, oh my God, look at all these things I want to buy. I'm like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I sleep and make videos at the same time? Yeah, no sleeping. I mean, there's the whole market is on sale. I mean, women love shopping. I'm like, hey, Toby, ETH went to 2,000. She's like, really? I'm like, wow, we're gonna buy everything. I'm like, I don't. Is there anyone left to talk to? Is anyone out there? It's like Mad Max. No one's out there. But we will have the stuff. If you got any money left, we got stuff. We do. We got everything. We had it before this. We're like, hey, we got to be looking at small cap stuff. Like Multicoin Capital has an interoperability thing. Zion, I think. Multicoin Capital also recently wrote a blog post talking about how, you know, AI agents, you know, we're not going to be telling AI agents what to do. AI agents are going to be telling us what to do soon. But of course, you know, naturally that means we have to dump all AI coins. You know, it's like, we're not going to have decentralized artificial intelligence. Are you kidding me? Of course we are. Right. And of course, that's all in, you know, that's all in the member area. I mean, Toby this morning, she's like, bro, clear your schedule. We're going to be podcasting at least twice a week. Right. Seriously. I think we have so much stuff to get out the door now as to like what to buy. It's crazy because, I mean, even if it goes back up again, a lot of this Web3 stuff is still hammered. And it may take, I mean, unless the strategic reserve is like unbelievable, but even if it is, it's just all marked down on sale. Bob's like, we'll sleep when we're dead. Yeah. Yeah. Gregory's like, it's pure evil. Dude, it is, man. It's the 80s. Everyone thinks the 80s was great, man. Yeah, the 80s was great. If you were some guy in a limo with like a thick cell phone, like, okay, sell everything, crush them, you know, go for a drive, go to dinner in London or whatever on the Concorde, the supersonic jet, get off the jet and be like, is it at zero? Okay, great. Buy it all back. It's the 80s. It's the 87 crash of crypto. So if you survived, congratulations. You're still here, right? If you're still here, I would give you some advice. Take a nap, call into work. Don't listen to Twitter. Don't listen to anything. The cycle's over. Don't do it. Even if whatever they come out with tomorrow, we'll be streaming tomorrow. Even what they come out with tomorrow, even if it's lame, that probably hits Bitcoin. I don't know what happens to XRP, but I have a really hard time selling fast money with, fiat just in so much trouble. Fiat is in so much trouble with all this trade stuff. And that's where the problem is. The problem is not crypto. God. So, yeah, regardless of what happens tomorrow, even if it's like down all the way up, double bottom, and then recover, it's going to recover. It's just a question of how awful the price action is. And if it's totally untradeable, which it might be, then it's a bottom because 87 was untradeable at the bottom. 87 was unbelievable. 87 was all the way down, back up again, and then a Christmas crash to visit the low. I mean, it was the end of the world. It was like, it felt like I was a kid. I was looking at my father, who was a stockbroker. He's like sitting in a chair on Christmas Day. It's like staring out at the ceiling, like, Merry Christmas. Like me now, it's like, did this just happen? And they did a retest back then. So if you need to know what to do, then you need to come. We got the charts. We got the picks. Toby will sort you out. Toby's got to sort me out. So we might as well do that on the air. Might as well just, sort everyone out while we're at it. Because, like I said, I feel like Mad Max. I'm just standing around looking at the desert wasteland with my car and my dog. So, feel free to join us because we'll be podcasting our asses off, trying to get all of our customers like literally sorted out here. This is not funny. We're going to get everybody sorted out. We got to make sure that people do not give up on crypto as a form of money. Do not give up on Web3. Just like I said, you are going to read the legend of everyone who hoovered this up. And it's probably World Liberty, Melania, and the Treasury. Okay, people, the Eagle King is back, and so are we. We will see you tomorrow.